And a very good day to all my viewers out there. It is right now Sunday, March the 8th, 2020. It's about 2:57 p.m. And yeah, it's a beautiful day here on Queen Mary Road. And we are walking in the east direction. And my plan for this walking video is to actually walk to St. Joseph's Oratory. And that's where I'm going to conclude my walk. So, you know, it'll give you a little perspective of one of these older streets in Montreal, and the various shops and restaurants and grocery stores along our path. And yeah, you know, I haven't done some videos in a week or so, and I don't know, it's just because I guess I wanted to take a bit of a break. You know, I know I was sick a few weeks ago, and I wasn't sick this time, but I just found my energy level wasn't that high lately, my motivation, but I'm slowly getting back into it now. And you know, it's now March the 8th, as I said, and finally the clocks have sprung back, or actually sprung forward, and finally we're going to get hopefully warmer temperatures as well. And as you can see, a lot of melting going on right now. And if you're wondering what the temperature is right now, it's about plus 5 degrees Celsius. So, very decent day here in Montreal. And again, we are walking eastbound on Queen Mary Road. And a lot of these stores and shops have been here for generations, decades. And there, of course, is the Snowden Metro Station on my left. And of course we're in the Côte de Neige borough of Montreal. So we'll be walking uphill for the rest of this walk here, slightly uphill, not a major hill, not like Mount Royal or anything, but a decent hill nonetheless. There's a sign of spring, these vacuum trucks that are out. There's a 7-Eleven bus which is called the Mount Royal bus. Well, specifically St. Joseph's Oratory and Mount Royal. You can see there on the side that information panel, which if I wasn't walking right now probably would be the bus I would take to the Oratory. But I figured it's a beautiful day. Haven't done a walking video in a while. Now, speaking of videos, I did actually buy on Amazon. It was a little selfie stick thing that I was hoping to use for filming my videos, but a lot of feedback I got from my viewers wasn't that positive, so I'm probably going to be sending it back. And to be quite frank, I really didn't notice a big difference when I was using it anyways, compared to holding the phone, the camera, with a free hand. So I'll continue to look around for different solutions for, you know, when I'm holding the phone while I'm doing walking videos. But for now, I guess the old-fashioned hand will do the trick. Beautiful blue sky today, a bit of clouds. And yeah, one of my favorite months of the year is March, because well, this is a month when spring begins. And I can start looking forward to warmer weather, amongst other things. And of course, this is when the flood season unofficially begins in this month, the spring thaw. And as I mentioned in previous videos, you know, don't get your expectations up that there's not going to be any major snowstorms for the rest of the year or the rest of the season. Because March tends to have a few surprises in store. And if you remember, it was a couple of years ago in 2017 where we had that massive snowstorm at the end of March. So that was something else. There's the 51, which goes all the way to Laurier Metro Station. 3000 series bus from the year 2010. And I think this is definitely the nicest day of the year so far, without a doubt. Now they are calling for some heavy rain this week, I believe Tuesday. There could even be some snow, some freezing rain. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on the weather. And a lot of these apartments, as you can see on the outside, they have a for rent sign. And you know, to be honest, a lot of these apartments here are not that great on the inside. You know, the outside, the exterior looks nice and ornate. And these are old buildings, by the way, but I think on the inside they're really not that great looking. Probably a lot of them are run down. But the unfortunate thing is the rents around here are very expensive. And you know, in general in Montreal, you don't get what you pay for in terms of rent. It's definitely overpriced. And one of the things as well, I guess, for the housing market is same thing. A lot of these houses in Montreal, they're not that big, they're not that fancy, and definitely overpriced, a lot of the real estate in the city. This is an STM vehicle. Hybrid Prius. Yeah, and let me tell you, if I was to get a vehicle ever, it would definitely have to be electric because of my I guess point of view on the environment. You know, I'm somebody that's very pro-environmental. And the hybrid cars, I guess, are the next best option, which is what we just saw with the Prius. And we're coming up now to Victoria Street. Oh, look at that. These major potholes coming out now. And it's this time of year where you start seeing the potholes for a number of reasons. First of all, it's because the snow plows during the winter, obviously they scrape and grind the pavement, but also because of the fact that the temperature variations and the fluctuations with the warm and the cold, all that stuff causes problems. And this is when you start seeing a lot of water mains break as well this time of year, because of the effect that the heat and the cold has on the pipes. And why am I going to the Oratory? Well, that's because they have that pipe organ concert today that I wanted to hear. I went the other week. It was really nice. And this time they're supposed to have a projection screen as well in the front. Gros Veneur is the next street, Gros Veneur. And being 3:06 right now, yeah, I should make it, as the organ show starts at what, 3:30? I definitely overdressed today, wearing a winter jacket, but thing is, at this time of year, you know, it's hard to get comfortable. Usually you have either the temperature's too warm or too cold in terms of, you know, what you're wearing. Here's Oratory Street. And of course there's a lot of gravel and salt left over from the winter time as well right now as the snow melts. Yeah, like I said, these apartment buildings, they're quite old. And I filmed a couple of elevators inside some of these because I had a friend that I was house watching for recently. And I got to film one of the old elevators inside. Alright, so another block or two and we are at the Oratory, St. Joseph's Oratory. And if you remember a couple of weeks ago, I did a walk from St. Joseph's Oratory all the way to Atwater, which was quite a walk. Definitely good for exercise. And I said I would do a daytime version of that, so eventually I will. Another thing, unfortunately, about this time of year is the snow, especially near the streets, has that black layer on top. Not very pleasant. Old Volkswagen. Alright, so another block or so, we're almost here. This is Cedar Crescent. And all this water is coming from the Oratory, I guess, from the big field here. Alright, and there she is, the Oratory, St. Joseph's Oratory. Alright, so I'm going to cut the film here, and like I said, after a week of not having much energy, I'm slowly getting back into doing the videos again. Alright, have a good day everybody, see you all soon, and more videos to come.